Most buyers are sitting on the sidelines right now. They're stuck. And I think a lot of people are completely misunderstanding the difference. Because I've talked to buyers, and I don't see a whole lot of lack of interest. People still want more space. They want a better location. They don't want as much maintenance. They want a better school district, a second home, an investment property, my favorite, or simply a home that fits the next phase of life better than one they're in today. The desire's still there. What changed is how people feel about making a decision. A lot of buyers feel stuck. And feeling stuck, that's a lot different than not wanting to make a move. Buyers today are trying to make one of the largest financial decisions of their lives in an environment that feels noisy, uncertain, and honestly, it's just exhausting. Every day, another prediction, another headline. Somebody's got an opinion on where prices are going, what rates are going to do, or whether people should wait, whether the market is about to shift, whether now is a smart or reckless time. Eventually, people just stop processing the information. They just start absorbing confusion. They don't know what to do. That confusion matters because confusion creates hesitation. And if we're being fair, some hesitation makes sense. For years, consumers were conditioned to a market that rewarded speed. You had to hurry up and buy. We're getting 30 to 50 offers. I was selling homes in 24 hours. It's great for a realtor. Homes moved quickly, inventory was tight, and low rates created affordability that allowed buyers to stretch further than they probably realized at the time. There was holding cost, there was future cost, there were unexpected expenses. People didn't take that into consideration. If you hesitated, someone bought the house. That environment trained people to move emotionally and fast. Today, I ask buyers to behave differently. Payments got a little heavier. Insurance is higher, taxes, maintenance. Consumers feel the weight of the decision much more than they did a few years ago. And when decisions feel heavier, people become more analytical. They compare more homes. There's a lot of options out there to search for homes. People just love scrolling and looking at homes. They don't get out and look as much as they used to. They're comparing more homes, for sure. They spend more time thinking. They run more numbers. They ask harder questions. And honestly, that part is healthier than what we saw during the aggressive growth cycle. Where people started getting trapped mentally is where caution turns into paralysis. A lot of buyers tell themselves they're waiting for certainty. There's no such thing as certainty. That's one of the most dangerous things to chase in real estate because it rarely arrives. And when it does, or you think it does, the conditions have changed. People say they'll buy when rates come down. People say when prices soften. I got a lot of clients that I talk to, they say, oh, when the prices get better, I'll buy. They haven't really improved. Or when things feel safer. But safer is a moving target. And it's safer according to who? Safer to you? Safer to me? Safer to the government? Every market comes with trade-offs. And the reality is that lower rate markets often come with much higher competition, fewer concessions, and more emotional bidding and less leverage. Meanwhile, slower markets sometimes create opportunities buyers did not previously have. More time to think, longer days on market, more negotiation, seller concessions, better repair and inspection flexibility. It doesn't mean that this market's better automatically than another. It does mean that every environment rewards a different strategy. And honestly, I think this is one of the biggest mind shifts people need to understand. The strongest buyers are usually not the people trying to perfectly predict the market or what it will do. They're usually the people trying to better understand themselves. Can this payment work for me? Does the property fit the next phase of my life? Will this decision make sense in 3, 5, or 10 years from now? That's a big one people don't really think about. Can they still maintain flexibility after closing? Those are the questions that create stronger outcomes. I think sellers misunderstand buyers sometimes too. Slower activity does not automatically mean weak demand. Sometimes it means buyers are simply behaving differently. A slower buyer is not necessarily an unserious buyer. Today's buyer wants more confidence. They want to feel clear. On value, they want pricing to make sense. They want the property to feel worth the commitment. That changes how homes need to be positioned because presentation matters, pricing matters, condition matters more, and perceived value matters more than it did when everything sold quickly. And really, I think this market is teaching us something important. Strong real estate decisions have never come from perfect certainty. There has never been a perfectly predictable market, perfect timing, or perfect clarity. Even when things felt like they were going great and ROIs were huge and everybody was buying houses, they were flying off the shelf, it wasn't necessarily the perfect market. There have only ever been better positioned decisions. The people who consistently make smart decisions are usually not fearless people. They're prepared. They understand numbers. They understand trade-offs. They understand risk. They understand that uncertainty never fully disappears because waiting is a decision and every decision has a cost. I'm Brandon Williams. I've been in real estate since 2007. I've worked across residential, investment, land, and development throughout most of East Tennessee. This is Scale. This is where we break down real estate, business, strategy, and market psychology through a more analytical lens so people can make stronger decisions in a constantly changing environment. Join us each week. If you like what you see, hit that button and subscribe and follow. And if you have any thoughts, comment, let me know your thoughts. I look forward to hearing from you. If you have a specific project you want to work on, I would love to help you. You can always reach me at 865-806-9005 or check out my contact information in the comments. Thanks.